Welcome back to Finnegan's Farm and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today's video is obviously clearly going to be about the cows. We have the cows on this side, Darragh in the 7, 8, 10, the cattle trailer, and then we put the calves over this side. So that's why they're balling, because they're obviously separated now. The only reason we're separating them is for transport, because as you could imagine, the cows are going in the trailer with the calves, they'd walk all over them. Yeah, they do. So we've it set up this way that we push the cows around out that top gate, and then it keeps them on a run up into the trailer. Not right? Isn't that right? Huh? Come on. Come on. Come on. Shh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. This is going to be where the fun begins, trying to catch the little calves. They're strong enough now, with a nice little sidestep on them, so we'll want to be quick. I just reversed that up there first time, look at that. The lads have proof, I done it.
About 5 times.
Right, Darragh, off you go. This way.
We get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get them 4.
Push it there. Come on, buddy. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Hardly.
Never seen that before.
That's not fun for anyone watching.
Camera out more often.
So the cows and calves are coming up into here. I just need to scatter the straw. It was obviously a bale that was rolled out, but it's still in its layers, so we'll scatter that. Now I need to get in with the calves because I need to get their numbers, because if they do wander off, like you would have seen in my Instagram story, we need to be able a way of notifying what calves are in what shed. Hello. Now personally I hate the shed. It's damp, it's a lean-to, it's dark. It's kind of a shed that we need to use because we don't have enough space, and they're not old enough to go onto the slats because their feet are too small, so I need to go in now. The light which was installed does a great job. You can see into the wee fellas. Ugh. So if I go into my herd watch, I have my groups here, group 1, 2 and group 3. I just made that group, I need to actually deselect that. Right, so 0 animals selected. Now, what's the numbers, ladies and gentlemen? 1275. And the best thing is, if I thought I seen a number and it was typed wrong, it'll tell me. Right, so now that that's done, it's time to let these out. Now they're not like cows, they don't run out. They take the time, so you kind of have to get in and push them out. Come on. Come on. Out. Come on. Come on. Slowly, slowly. and then we generally let them out slowly because they need to get used to the trailer. You don't want to traumatize them by it. So there's always one, isn't there? Easy, easy, easy. Come on. No. Come on, in. So when we bring up the cows and calves, obviously with the cattle trailer up here, it'd be rude not to bring something home because, you know, that's where you make the money on the way on the lift home. So we've 2 pens of cows left. We're going to bring one back. Now Jack has them with dates, so we've 10, I think, to come back. And obviously we have to make sure we have space at home, which we do. So that's the main reason we're bringing them back. So we just block them that they run down into the crush. You could load them, then run them up through the pens, but it's just handier bring them to where they're normally loaded. Yeah. So we would have got our silage tested in one of the videos previous in, say, this pit and the pit beside it, but the stuff that's at the back, which I will show you, is just not as good quality, so we need to add a bit of protein, just load a bit of protein. So it's my turn now to just go feeding, and the mix we're going to do for the weigh-ins is about 100 kg of straw, 3 tonne of silage, and then with 400 kg of meal between them all. I'm just going to top up them a small bit. They don't need a whole pile because Saturday, today's actually Friday, Saturday is the day that we double feed them, so then Sunday you just come in, you push in the feed, and it saves a lot of work on a Sunday. So I don't want to feed them too much because they need a good fresh batch for tomorrow. One thing I've noticed Jack doing lately is putting the shear grab, now it's hard to see there, but putting the shear grab on top of a bale. Now there is blade protectors on the side of the shear grab, but just in case when you do lock it in and you pull it forward, you scrape it, at least if it's on the bale, it's not going to harm the edge, because your cutting edge on your shear grab is the most important part of the thing. Now the outdoor silage pit does not look unbelievable at the minute because we're starting to get a face on it this side, but over this side, this corner was kind of, you know, like in that corner, so the Volvo couldn't really get in, and a bit of it is dung now. It looks worse than it actually was, but yeah, once we get basically that face coming across, we will eventually, Darragh is coming up tomorrow and he's going to get rid of all that, and then we'll start cutting in and we'll get the proper face that we like to see on the pit. It's also not just as simple as clearing, you know, the whole section. There's the top bits are better, the bottom bits aren't as dry, they're a bit wetter, so we kind of feed that to the cows, so we're kind of picking and choosing as we do the feeding. So that's kind of the reason why it's all a bit up in the air at the minute, but we will get right. I want to give credit where credit's due. The other night there was a cow, and she was a heifer last year and she struggled to calve, she had a few problems, so Jack did text me about 10:30 maybe 2 nights ago, and was like, just watch her, she was doing a good bit of movement, tail was up and she seemed like she's going to calve. So I said, oh Jesus Christ, the bucket just slipped into the slop, it scared me, and I said, Jack, I look after her, it's fine, if I do really need you I will ring you. And he goes, yeah, that's grand, no bother. So I was up every hour watching it, and I wasn't just that happy with it. She was very tight, the calf was big, and I was like, just don't know if this is going to work. And about 4:30 I just said, no, I've had enough of this, and I put my hand in and I said, I don't think that cow is fit to calve her. So I was just literally about to ring the vet, had the number pressed, and next minute the lights came on and a jeep drove into the yard, and lo and behold, it was actually Jack. So 4:30 in the morning, he lives about half an hour away from the farm, drove over and yeah, came in with the Jack. Now I wouldn't have done it on my own, obviously he's got more experience than I do and he's with them every day, but yeah, he just said, no, we'll have a go, and he kind of felt, and he said, yeah, no, I went like this the other day, I'm confident enough here. And I said, well, you're obviously the expert, I'm not really. And yeah, so pulled the calf nice and slow, nice and gentle, and she actually came handier than I thought she was gonna. So I went home and I went to bed and got up a few hours there, and Jack just didn't go to bed. He was up and he said he wanted to keep an eye on her, so he said he'd do all the feeding around. And when I came in, everything was done. And when I asked him after, I said, why didn't you go home? Oh, when I'm up, and that's it. So €80, €90, €100, €110, €120, €130, €140. This is the most expensive part. Now, obviously, some of you will probably wonder why we're not feeding spuds this year. We were feeding them, but because they're that scarce at the minute, we can't even get our own spuds, never mind anyone else's. So yeah, we just said we'd stall the ball there. We're feeding a bit more meal because we're using all the spuds at home on the farm, so we just don't have enough to feed the cattle with. So yeah, we're improvising with a bit more meal. Oh god, that was a close one. Improvising with a bit more meal, and yeah, it's kind of the way we have to deal with it, just the way the whole year has gone. So that's basically the feeding done for the day. I have the wheel pusher left in tight water because that'll be the first job done in the morning. I've topped these cows up with silage. The calves are alright out the back, same here, same in the last pen. Could have been in trouble in the morning. I have the diet feeder left out, but I see the lights on in it, which you need to power the scales, so could have been in trouble there. Better go back and turn them off. Ooh. Bunda. So yeah, we're basically halfway through, probably about 50 or so calves, I'd say, at the minute, because it's 30 up here and holds 20 at home, so I'm guessing roughly now 50. All is going well so far, so yeah. And then in here, basically fed the bulls, the weanlings, and the cows that are left. Might come up in a while if it's time to push all the feed in because they flick it out and then they're looking for the nuts, so push it all back in a while, and that's basically all that has to be done up here. It's not that busy up here yet because we're obviously waiting on more cows and calves to be brought up. There's not that many cows here, so yeah, it's busier down on the home farm because that's where all the cows are calving. So on that note, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos. We're doing well. We're flying with the Workshop Wednesday and the weekend videos as well. So from all here at Finnegan's Farm, we'll talk to you all next week. Good luck.